When I was a kid and my parents took me to Pizza Hut, I was thrilled because I was going to be begging for quarters and I was going to hear that wonderful sound. Now, this is one of the first video games that I ever got to play. But as I got older and games got more developed, my dad went and built a computer, and then came Wolfenstein 3D. Now, Wolfenstein was right up my alley. I was about 10 years old when it was released, and I was getting to play with guns, I was fighting the Nazis, I was fighting the good fight, and I was just getting all this fun. But what I really didn't realize I was getting by the time I was done was a little bit of an education. I know what you're saying. Video games are violent. Video games can be really scary. Let's face it, not all video games are like this. Take this game for example. This is Eat Munchies. And what you do is you take these little items and you move them around the landscape in order to get Eats, the lead character, the little bunny up in the top left hand corner, get him his suckers, and then get him to the cake at the end of the puzzle. This can help teach critical thinking, as there's many different things that you can do, but there's really only one combination that you'll find that will get him to the end. It may seem like a lot of playing around, but in the long run, video games really can challenge the students to think and solve puzzles. A puzzle game can be put together that can teach the children math, it can teach them critical thinking, it can just help develop their brains in ways that aren't there now for teachers to give students. They can help build confidence by going through these games and finishing the storyline or getting past that one really hard boss. These kids can build up a confidence that they wouldn't have been able to do without that video game. And they're also able to immerse the student in new identities, worlds, and storylines. Imagine putting your child in the shoes of Alexander the Great and sending him or her off on Alexander's conquest to take over the known world. Another thing that people are often worried about when it comes to their children in video games is how is this going to affect my children's social skills if they are just sitting in the room and playing video games all day? Well, as Aaron Vasilak and Michelle Ronaldo brought to my attention in The Exceptional Parent, that the PEW Internet and Life American Project found that 65% of teens play with other people in the room with them, as well as 27% of teens play video games with other people through the internet. And 82% of gamers do play video games alone, but 71% of those play games with others in some other way. This means that as they're playing video games with other people. They're getting social skills by interacting with these other people, because they're with them all the time, and they're able to learn new cultures and new ideas by being able to play video games with people from all over the world. And of course, not all children stick to playing one single way or the other, either in a room with friends, by themselves, or online with other friends. The PEW Internet and American Life Project also found that 42% of teens playing games play most often with others in the same room, while another 42% play games most often alone, and 15% play most often with others over the internet. This is a staggering amount of people that are simply interacting with other kids or other people throughout the day while they're playing video games, and they're learning social skills, they're learning how to interact with other people, and they're learning how to, best yet, work as a team. There, of course, comes the fear of who are these children playing with online? Who do they know them in the real world, or are these just random people they simply met online? Well, the PEW Internet and American Life Project also found that 47% play online games with people that they already know. These are friends that they have that go to school. These are family members that they have in their real life. It's just people that they know in real life. While 27% play online games with people that they first met online. These could be people anywhere in the world. And these are just new ways for children to come across new cultures and new ideas and be able to expand themselves while talking to these people that they never would have had a chance to meet otherwise. And 23% play with both friends and family they know offline and people they met online. These are, once again, people that they go to school with, and family members, and people that they would have never had a chance to meet before. For 7 years, I played World of Warcraft. This is a mass multiplayer online role-playing game, or MMORPG. During 2 of these years, I was a guild leader of about 30 people. 3 times a week, I would take 10 to 25 people into an instance that we called a raid, and we would have to work together in order to take down big bosses and big fights. In order to do this, I had to delegate responsibility, promote teamwork, and steer groups of people toward a common goal. This was not always easy, and I had help doing it. But because of World of Warcraft, I was able to gain some of these skills that otherwise I would not have been able to. People from all over the world play World of Warcraft, and whenever you meet someone else that plays, you've already got hundreds of talking points that you can use to help introduce yourself to this person and learn about them and their journeys throughout the world of Azeroth. Leadership and social skills were not the only thing that World of Warcraft helped to teach me. With the auction house, where people can buy and sell items from one another, I was able to learn more about economics and the laws of supply and demand than 2 years of economics in high school was ever able to do for me. I was even able to buy my officers, the people in my guild that helped me out the most, one of the most expensive mounts available in the game at the time for Christmas one year, all because I knew what to buy, when to buy it, and when to sell it. And without these economics that I learned through World of Warcraft, that would not have been possible. Beyond teaching the educational material itself, video gaming can have a positive effect on the brain that others may not have thought about before. Robert Lee Holtz of the Wall Street Journal says that it can improve creativity, decision-making, and perception. That people who play action-based video games are able to make decisions 25% faster than others without sacrificing any sort of accuracy. The use of a controller and TV or mouse and keyboard along with the monitor for their computer was able to increase the hand-eye coordination of those that play video games simply because they're sitting there and they're using both at the same time and they're getting practice at using hand-eye coordination. They're also able to be better at multitasking. More active video gamers can pay attention to more than 6 things at once without getting confused, as opposed to the normal 4. They're doing things all the time. Video gaming is multitasking. Many games have you doing multiple things at once. The micromanagement is through the roof. And using these skills in the real world can really help out many people. Whenever we're talking about video games, the violence in them always does come up. But recent studies have shown that it may not be as much as people once thought. Anderson and Bushman have said that there is a correlation between the violence in video games and aggressive behavior, but no actual clear causation. Some research has even shown that the stimulation is actually less after playing video games than other activities that kids can take part in, such as watching television or even playing football. Aggression in some of these children seems to be more problematic with people that already have a pre-existing condition and are aggressive to begin with. In the end, if you don't want your child playing an aggressive game, don't buy them one. And if you're not sure about a game, there's a rating system that you can follow to help make your decision. Much like the movie rating system that people already know of G, PG, PG-13, and R, the video game rating system works in a very similar manner. First, you have EC for early childhood. These tend to be suitable for ages 3 and up. Next is E, which is for everyone, and this tends to be suitable for ages 6 and up. Next, you'll have Everyone 10 and Up, or E10. This is, of course, suitable for ages 10 and up. Next in the rating system is T for Teen, and these are games that are suitable for ages 13 and older. And then you come to M. These are for mature people, and they tend to be for people 17 or up. These are where a lot of the games such as Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto tend to lie. And then there's the rarely used adults only, suitable for ages 18 and up. These games tend to have prolonged scenes of intense violence or graphic sexual content or nudity. These games are very, very few and far between. You actually have to go looking a lot of the time for a game that is rated A for adults only. Video games have gotten a bad rap over the years, But recent studies show that the increased cognitive abilities such as attention, memory, and motor skills, as well as helping people get better social skills that they can use in real life situations, and it can really do a lot more than we thought it could before. And as it turns out, even the negative effects were not as bad as we once thought they were. Video games can be a wonderful educational tool for children and adults alike. So grab your controller or your mouse and keyboard and get ready to learn.